It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the Vikings and the Packers, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheeseheads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop.
Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in week 4. It's Brandon Powell with the return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, the 10th pick of the draft, coming off that national championship in Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Escapes the pocket, and he's brought down after a short gain.
Just one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect.
And the Packers are there. He's hauled down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. Bringing them out, someone who wowed last year in his first chance as a starter, Jordan Love.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48.
Play fake, it's Love. He put everything he had into this one. And oh, he drops the deep shot. A big play to start the game, but it slips through incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Minnesota all set to go for its 2nd drive. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Buying some time right. He's going to keep it this time. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Packers pick it up. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
Running on first here with Jacobs. Escapes a defender. That play good for 17 and a first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Fakes the handoff, now Love. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. They'll run here, following the penalty. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Harrison Smith in on the stop. 2 yards on the tote, and that won't improve their spot much. 3rd and a mile coming up. Love from the gun. And the Vikings rush brings him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Vikings offense back to the field now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And defenders are there to get him at the line. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Jones gets it. Crosses midfield, still going. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Rashawn Gary with that tackle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's caught for the first. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. They've got first down from the 31. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now we'll get a pause for an injured player. That's Aaron Jones, the man in question, and some obvious discomfort as he gets looked at. Offense to the line for second down. Now it's McCarthy. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Able to find Hawkinson. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Smith able to put it through. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Now a toss. This is Jacobs. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the
Shotgun now for Love. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they face second down.
brings up 2nd and 10.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Jonathan Bullard with the stop. Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. Third down coming. Throwing, Love. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted! And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
What you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down, ball at the 36. From the shotgun, McCarthy. This is on target to Brandon Powell. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Quay Walker. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. A give up the gut to Chandler. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
First down, Vikings.
On play action now, McCarthy. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Third and a lone yard coming up. Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So third down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6. The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. McCarthy to throw it. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Smith able to put it through. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They have 1st and 10. 1st down throw. Here's Love. Into traffic. Complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 43-yard line.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st.
Automatic 1st down.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completes this one to Dontavion Wicks. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And this one does not go far.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Jacobs gets it on the draw, and he's brought down for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Complete out to the right side. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Love has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They only managed 1 on that carry. Now they're going to have third and goal from the 5.
It's now third and goal.
To the air with Love. He's on the move. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers tie and can take the lead here in the second. Jordan Love, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Powell now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. They motion a receiver left. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the 28. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brought down by Quay Walker. So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, McCarthy. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Trying it right side with Chandler. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. They'll stick with Chandler. And he finds his way up to the 47 before he stopped. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Now a give to Chandler, running right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now McCarthy. Has it down close. And he nearly broke it for 6. He steps out at the 3-yard line. So the red challenge flag has hit the field. Matt LaFleur wants to see this again. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal. McCarthy looking to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Here we go, right up the gut. And he's not gonna reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Call it a gain of 2 that time, and it leaves him only a yard away on 4th and goal. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Smith able to put it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Fix the handoff, now Love. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He made taking away that quick slant look easy there, Brock, even in zone coverage.
Yeah, it is not an easy route to stop, and you have to have tremendous eyes. I talked to you, Kate, and everybody about anticipation as a quarterback. It's the same thing for a cornerback in zone. He anticipated that route. It's Johnny on the spot. So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Now this is out of bounds, and what a beauty. He coffin cornered it well. They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety.
Kate, you could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
So we're in a tie game now after that safety, and they could use a stand here as they send away the free kick.
Free kick out of bounds. Vikings.
Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Packers hoping to take a lead going into the break. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Love to throw. Caught by Jacobs. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be first down, Packers. Shotgun now for Love. That's Reed on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Love out of the shotgun. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Love to throw again. Hits him on the out route. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Harrison Smith in on the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Looking for the back that time. So it'll be 3rd down. Love from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy, and if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And the Packers at a 50B out there for this 3rd down play. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. That's halftime here in Green Bay. The Cheeseheads with plenty to cheer about as their Packers had the lead. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. Caleb Williams, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. It was the Packers' leading man, quarterback Jordan Love, who turned in a solid performance in that first half. He's got the lone touchdown of the game on a touchdown run. We'll see if he can get it going through the air as this one goes on. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams.
Here's Riker.
This is a
set to
very
kick this
level
away.
first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Nixon now to return it. Returns looking good so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Watson coming in motion right. He's going deep this time. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And he's dropped at the 37 after pushing this forward a bit. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Love. Ooh, he put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be Vikings football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And it's going to be 2nd down. Now it's McCarthy. Looking for Hawkinson, but it's intercepted. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Packers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Love. Watson with the catch. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Jacobs running behind center. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6.
Love now to throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Throwing his love on third. Forced out to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers parlay the interception into points. Jordan Love, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vikings now set to take the field. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, McCarthy. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10, here's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to the air, McCarthy. Able to find Hawkinson. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Packers are going to have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To the air with Love. He's got Watson. This is ahead for about 5. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Love looking to pass. That finds Jacobs, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Picked up at the 38. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They'll run here on first down. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 47. That's Jefferson, he's got it. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. The give to the fullback. And they had that one contained right at the line. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Playing favorites with the fullback here. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, I'm not sure the defense expected that give to the fullback. By the time they shook off the surprise, he was through the line and headed to the second level.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Sometimes it's not about flash and sizzle, Kate. Sometimes it's about old school football. Give your fullback the ball, and he's going to go get you a couple yards.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
That's caught in stride by Addison. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. McCarthy to throw it. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out from the left hash, about 31 yards out. Smith able to put it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
They can't blame him for the deficit. He's been doing all he can to kick them into contention. That's now his 4th field goal. And all those kicks he's made are part of why the lead is still close.
Nixon now to return it. Returns looking good so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They motion the tight end over. Shotgun now for Love. Gets this one to Watson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down, ball at the 36. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 35-yard line.
Love out of the shotgun. On target to Musgrave. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
That's good for a Packers first down.
Fakes the handoff, now Love. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 13-point lead. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Packers double their lead to 14. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. Packers into a nickel defense, 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So that brings up 4th and long. The Vikings getting their punt team out. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First down throw, here's Love. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Jacobs gets it on the draw. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Play fake, it's Love. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 45-yard line.
Love from the gun. Fires right away, but incomplete.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
To the air, 3rd and long. That's complete to Musgrave. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 1st down, ball at the 36. On play action now, McCarthy. Escapes the puck. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
It's a gain of 6.
They get 6 and a 1st down as well. Running right, this is Jones. And they'll bring him down after a small gain to the 48. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Addison going in motion right. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that 1st down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Going right back to the fullback, next play. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. McCarthy looking to throw. Escape, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out from the right hash, about 45 yards out. Smith able to put it through, and that'll get him back to 11.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Nixon now to return it. And look at this return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. They've got 1st down from the 31. Love now to throw. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
So a pivotal moment for the Vikings as they go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Trying for it on the ground. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Love back to it after the pick. Completed to his running back.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Love looking to pass. Watson with the catch. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Complete out to the right side. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Complete beyond the marker.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. On 1st down, they'll run. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 27. That's caught in stride by Addison. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Able to find Hawkinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's McCarthy to throw. Throw left side, brought in by Hawkinson. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
1st down, Minnesota.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Vikings down by only 3. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Offense set for a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Setting up to pass. He's got him. That's Addison. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Oh, he lost the football. And out of bounds inside the 5. Ooh, the sideline saves him there. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Back to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Here he is to throw. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Here he is to throw. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. A lot of pressure on this kick for Will Reichert. The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, and he delivers.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Packers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they'll have the 1st down, but we're inside of 20 seconds to play now. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Love. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Love from the gun. Gets this one to Watson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Powell now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense ready to get going again now. And they've fought hard, not just against their opponents on the field, Brock, but the tens of thousands of opponents in the stands. And it's led them to a chance to now silence everybody here in overtime. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start.
False start.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Called it 1 yard on the play, and that leaves him with 3rd and 14. McCarthy looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Packers will take over possession. 1st down, ball at the 36. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
And 7 at the 39-yard line.
Shotgun now for Love. Hits his running back. Juke the defender. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Love out of the shotgun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Hauled in by Musgrave. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Broke through the tackle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We pause now for an injured player, and that looks like Josh Jacobs, who's hurt after that play and in need of a look from the training staff. All set up now for first and 10. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stuffed at the 2. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal. Love looking to pass. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Trying again from the 2. It's second and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Dillon. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for third down. Running with Dillon. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Packers. And go. A.J. Dillon, the touchdown. So this is a Packers win. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.